We had a little bit of an echo there, didn't we? All
Wow,
right.
I
Hey,
had that music playing too loud. Miss, I was just rocking out with that music. It was playing too loud.
he is Randall Santa Checker Lee, and I'm Bob McMasters, and welcome to the Bob Randall and Company live preview show for Monday, October 2nd. That's right, October 2nd, episode 34. Hello, Randall.
Hello, Bob. Hi, Angela, back there in the back behind the wall there. Good to see everybody again. Welcome everybody out there. Joe and AJ and everybody. Rex, great to see everyone. Got a bunch of others there. I see the Santa Mark, and I think Ernie said he's here too. I thought I saw Ernie said he's here. So we got a great start, Bob. Good to see everybody. TGIM.
Yes, it is. It is Monday, and the weather is beautiful. A little warm here, 88, partly cloudy. We'll take it though. We've had a hot summer, dry summer. This week, though, they say we're going to get lots of rain start tomorrow night through Thursday. So hopefully we need it worse, in the worst kind of way. So how's your weather, Randy?
Man, it was beautiful today. Just beautiful. I actually had breakfast with Mitch Allen this morning. So we had breakfast this morning. He's up in town. So we met for breakfast. And after I left him, I went and sat out by a lake and just sat in a lawn chair and had some lunch and relaxed. And now it's showtime. It's been beautiful. It's about in the 70s. But next weekend, boom, it's going to go into the 40s at night and 60s hot during the day, warmest during the day. So
That's what they say. We've got a weather pattern change coming, and I'm ready. I've been saying for weeks now. I told you I am ready, boy. It's been a tough one this year, so hopefully we'll like I say, get the rain that we need. And Eric Moesha Elliott sent me a piece this morning about the forecast for the South this winter, which I kind of highlighted a couple of weeks ago. I talked about it. Farmer's Almanac, and there's a couple of guys on YouTube that I follow that do long-term forecasting. They do a pretty good job from the time I started following them up till now, and they all say the same thing, that those waters out there in the Pacific are super super hot. The Atlantic is hotter than it's been, and it's really going to change our pattern over the winter this year. And so the South is predicted to get a lot of snow. So we'll see. I don't know.
the South is ready to get a lot of snow. Did I hear that right? The South?
That's what they say. Now, that's not going to exclude you guys up in the
Oh, yeah.
Michigan, the Northeast. The difference is it'll be like when you think back at the two historic snow fall totals that you guys have had in the Northeast portion of the United States, that was when the Pacific waters and the Atlantic waters was at their warmest, and we was in this pattern that we'll be in. What it does is it creates all the flow across the southern United States. Then it comes up the eastern seaboard as a nor'easter, and that's where you guys get hammered. So
Thanks for the
I know.
lookout, but that's not making me happy to think they got to have a crazy. Don't want to do that. Don't want to have to do much of that shoveling this year, but I think it's time to hire.
Uh,
I think I'm getting old enough to hire somebody now.
it's about to that point. I'm telling you. I got to commend you, man. You're looking so Santa-ish today. You got your processing started. As I was telling you back in the green room, it's amazing. For us guys that process year round, we kind of look this way. But for you to go from where you was at last week to where you're at this week, it's such a transformation, and it's so cool to see.
It's a crazy what it does. I mean, I had it done Friday. So this is the first bleaching, 2 weeks. Get it done for the second, and then the third will be right before then. So just that slow process, guys. Can't emphasize it enough. Take your time. Don't hurry it. We want to keep that good and sturdy, because that's the money maker. That's first thing they see. We can get a new suit tomorrow. We can't get a new beard tomorrow. So
That's
do it
right. That's
slowly.
exactly right. Now, I was telling you back in the green room also, and I know this is after the season this year, 2023, but Cornerstones, North Pole Cornerstones, in February 2024, I'm going to be doing a segment on hair care and bleaching and processing, and the products that I use, be a video recording of the actual process. And Scott Seriton is submitting portions for his. Judith Broderick's going to submit portions to add into it for Mrs. Claus. It's going to be a great segment. So every day, I know you see it as well as I do. Guys are asking, "What do you use? How do you do it?" I'm scared to do it. Should I seek a professional? And there's so many questions out there that this is one of those segments that I think is going to be really important. Again, it'll be after this Christmas season, but if you've ever wondered or really want to learn about it, after 14 years of doing it, the ups and downs, burning my scalp and face till I had blisters, going to a professional at that. But anyway, this is going to be a great segment that we're going to be doing at North Polk
Yes.
Cornerstone. Just to give you a little teaser there.
It's well needed because we know that line in the book, as white as the snow. So that's why we have to take care of it and get it to that point, because children, they like to see it that way. So yeah, and there's, like Bob was saying, it could be the difference of burning your skin, burning your scalp, falling out. You've got to be very, very careful. So to have a segment, really, I know we talk about it sometimes, maybe too much, but it's never too much, because without this, we look like anybody up and down the street with the red suit. So we have to have this to really distinguish ourselves as the jolly red guy. So, but it's
For
that
sure.
funny orange stage, you know. That's okay. I don't mind.
But we've had an influx of new Santas and Mrs. Clauses join
Yeah,
the
always.
community in the last 12 months, and I understand because I was the same way. I didn't have a clue. Went to a professional, as I said, for three different times, and I said, "Why am I paying this lady $80 to burn my face and scalp so bad? My wife can't do any worse than she's doing." So we came
Huh.
home and did
As long
it,
as you don't
and
mind the smell.
yeah, and with the products that I'm using now, the smell is minimal,
Oh,
and
that's good.
I think
That's
that's
good.
one of the things that I love about it so much. The products I'm using has no ammonia, and the
Uh,
ammonia is what really burns the eyes and the nose and has that pungent smell. So anyway, we'll talk about that at Cornerstones in February. Once we get
good
through that,
chance.
it may be a segment that I will put out on social media so everyone can enjoy it if you don't come to Cornerstones. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one.
Don't miss it though.
Well, and it's like I say, it's something that we see every day. Guys want to know, where'd you get your suit? Where'd you get, what materials do you use? Those are all questions that we've taken in and are building segments around for the cornerstones. Anyway, so much on that. We can talk more about that at any time. Weather's good. We're ready to go. So I think it's time for something burger.
Ooh.
Like that. Show about nothing with a whole lot of something. Our something burger is our hot topics. We have two segments that we do, one for Randy, one for me each week, as you all know who join us from week to week. And this is the point where we want to get pick your brain, get your comments in. So Randy, go ahead and throw that one out that you've got.
Well, thank you, sir. It's kind of like what Bob was bringing up a few moments ago. This is the question: do you get recognized more this time of year looking like Santa than you do throughout the year? Of course, I do, because I change a little white. And do you act any different as Santa this time of year? So, do you get recognized more in June? Do you just walk to Costco and nobody says anything to you? Do you walk in Costco in November? Oh, it's Santa. Do you get recognized more this time of year than you do during the year? And do you act any different? Do you act more like Santa this time of year than you would in June out in public?
Well,
That's
for me,
mostly for
Randy,
guys that are fully white.
since I process year round, I'm always recognized year round, as most of us that process year round are. As far as acting any different, I don't, because if I'm recognized and I slip into character, as we all do. But I do think there is more awareness October, November, December of folks anticipating Christmas coming, that they may see you quicker than they would normally. They may look at you, glance, and a couple of moments later they'll say, "Well, that guy kind of looks like Santa Claus." And may approach you and ask you. But I think in October, November, December, people see you instantly. They say Santa Claus because it's more in the forefront of their mind.
Yeah, it's always funny when I go from my wild gray, look like a caveman type of look, and they kind of walk around you a little bit more, so they don't get as close. Now, even at this color, they'll walk closer, or they'll smile, or they'll nod. They're not as, I don't know, I shouldn't say the word afraid, but just by changing your hair color, I'm the same person walking down the sidewalk next to the person, but when my hair's gray and wild and everything else, they'll kind of, they're not too sure, and then you do this, and they totally act different. So of course I don't do it all year, but and what Bob said is perfect. You act like in character all year, and that's perfect. What Bob said, and that's what it should be, because we are representing um, love and care and everything to everybody. So we have to keep that in. So let's see what some of the great comments are, Bob. Love it.
Right. I got a question for you.
Hope we have an answer. Hopefully I have an answer.
When you're not processed and you're all gray and as you say, looking like a caveman, and people walk wide past you, you should really prick them out and just look over and say, "What's in your wallet?"
It was worse when I was over 400 pounds. You see this
Oh,
400-pound guy with this big. Oh, it scared the daylights out of it. It's worse than it is now.
yeah, there
It's
comes Grizzly Adams.
Yeah, I tell you, it's a scary thing. What's in your wallet? That wasn't very. Uh, what do we got here? Santa 365. Let's see what we got here. I gotta delete this out here. There we go. Come on. I can't say hi to everybody because everybody's here. Whoops. I'm not getting any new ones. There we go. It says Santa 365. It happens all the time of year, off season. I explained to them I'm on vacation and check it out. So you do get recognized. That is actually who is that? Can't see. There we go. It's Bart. Hi, Bart. Yeah, Bart gets recognized like you do, Bob, all year long, and you just play the part. I'm on vacation. That's a wonderful thing to do. Next one, I thought, Charlie. Um, I thought I put my calendar, but when I'm sorry. Oh, Charlie's still talking about being in jail. I mean, that's Bob. That's the trivia jail, not real jail. So Charlie was a good boy. Charlie's still in timeout, not jail. Charlie, you're in timeout.
Yeah.
Timeout, not jail, Charlie. Well, we don't really know for sure then, Charlie, do we? Um, and Santa Joe says, yes, they recognize me as Santa. And isn't that a wonderful thing, though, when people just recognize you as Santa? I mean, it does give you that warmer heart feel, and you got to smile. Yeah, it just adds to your smile. It adds to the twinkle in your eyes when somebody says that. Um, Rex, how are you? Good to see you. Living in a very small community, I can recognize all year long. Um, I don't think anyone has remembered. No, don't remember my real name. Uh, yeah, Rex. I guess that's what probably happens. They just hi Santa, but he does. So it's no different than in a small town. If January or November, he still gets recognized at that. So it doesn't up it much there. Uh, Tomorrow, uh, Charlie, you're free tomorrow, is what Angela said. So you'll be out of jail. You got your get out of jail free card then. Um, I go all for the goth direction. Who's this? Sorry, apologize. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, it's better if I read it on here. I go as far as I can in the goth direction to get away from Santa. Wow, I mean, a lot of Santas will do the biker look even during the year. It really gets people away from have to play the character of Santa during out the year. Season, I dress in black, shock white hair. Um, so and that's if you don't want to play, I guess, the game, and in a way it's playing the game, you do the goth or the biker look throughout the year. uh Monday the 9th, Angela. Next Monday, sorry, that's for that. Next one is my Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Santa Jeff, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome. My bitter's naturally white all year, so I have an approach. He gets approached all year, so it hasn't affected just this holiday season for Jeff. Also, let me see what else is on here. Approach throughout the year. Now I keep up with my Santa persona year round. Helps me keep in spirit all year. See, that's what helps too. When you get everything smiling and waving and kind of giggling at you, it does help us out a lot. It really does. It helps us get into character. I have to agree with you. Uh, Jeff, you're Jeff, right? Yes, that it really does help because smiles and things like there are. This is kind of sound like a bad word, but infectious. They really are. I know it sounds like a weird word to say as a positive thing, but they are. So if they smile and wave and giggle, that helps us too. It really does. Um, Dana, how are you? Good to see you. Sam Everett says he's either on vacation or out inspecting chimneys. So that's probably why they wonder why he's out there in June and July and everything else. That's good. That's good. So, but
I
he's
always have a
definitely same
backstory.
thing. Yeah, Stan Everett's getting recognized all year long, not just more during this time of year. But I think what Bob said is probably true too. What you get recognized more because it's on the tip of their brain that it's holiday time. Santa could be walking around because they see. I mean, every store now has Christmas decorations up. And I know you're not decorated, but they have the Christmas you can buy Christmas decorations at almost every store, Target and Hobby Lobby, and they're all always. I mean, full site now. So I think it really brings it out quickly. So that's cool. I just it has to do with like what Bob was talking about was the bleaching and all that. Of like Bob does it all year long. I don't because of my business, but it does change. Does changes people persona the way they look at you as and when you're walking around. Um, I was going to go to this Frankenmuth, this city of Bronner's, which is a Christmas store, and I'm thinking, when can we go? You can't go in a couple of weeks because you won't get 10 feet without. Can I have a picture? Can I have a picture? Can I have a picture? So, but it is fun that way. But great, Bob. Thank you guys. Always a pleasure. With always your input. Always love you guys for all your input. Bob's got to
Randy,
go again.
say hi to Melissa Lynn, Santa Mel. She's joining us.
And Mel, I didn't see you. There she is.
Yes, she just dropped in. Back to the beard portion of it. It's going to take a couple more bleachings, processing. I use the word processing than bleaching, but for you to get to where you want to be,
Right.
I haven't processed since the beginning of July before Branson, and so mine is really dingy, dirty, gray looking. Got hairspray and stuff in it right now, and so. But once I bleach, it really does seem that people even it catches their eye even quicker. So.
I was doing a show last night. I had a tableside magic and balloons at a company again last night. And of course, I go like this and what's going on? Why? What was the hair difference? Because last month I was the gray, and I said I had bleach. They go, you use household bleach on your face? No, it's not household bleach. People, like you, Bob said. He said you was processed, which is smarter to tell a layperson than a bleaching, because people don't get what you've got to go through. They think you dye your hair, literally, like how ladies dye their hair darker or black, or guys, Elvis get his black hair. It's not a bleach. It's not a dyeing. It's a literally stripping of
It's
all the color follicles out of your hair because hair is an empty tube, so it sucks
right.
all that color out. So it makes it very
And that
brittle.
that word stripping is a word that kind of brings some eyebrows up when you say stripping. And then if you use the term leaching, which you're actually leaching the keratin color out of the hollow straw, people think you put leeches on your beard to get sucked. So it's kind of one of those. No matter what you say, you're going to get
Yeah,
somebody that's
people aren't going to understand. Yeah,
going
yeah. Goodness
it's too
gracious, yeah, they
crazy.
don't understand. Yeah, but it
Hey,
is a
Keith.
process, and it's a thing of love. I mean, that's the whole thing. We do it. At least I do it because I love it. If I didn't want to go through this process, because I hate to say this, and I shouldn't say this on here, but I get my hair cut. Then, of course, the first year, cut the beard short, and she cuts my hair. And a year or two ago, she's how they sweep up the hair when you're done. She goes, there's $500 on the floor. I said, oh, you didn't have to tell me that, but that's what it basically costs. But it's worth every penny if it's done right and the children are happy and you work. I mean, it's worth every penny and tears of burning in the eyes and everything else. But
So one kind of word of cautionary here. Let's kind of go into this a little bit deeper since we're on the subject. You want to be cautious at how long you leave it on, what lift you use. There's a couple other things that's important though. Everyone you ask 10 Santas what product they use, and they're going to throw out a list of 30 different things that they either now use or used to use. And there's so many products on the market. Find what works for you. if you get a recommendation, I highly recommend that you do a test first, the week prior to actually doing the processing, up underneath the neck of your chin or underneath the back of your hairline, if you've got longer hair like I do and Randy does, where it doesn't show, to make sure that you're not going to have an allergic reaction, because we all have uh, something that sometimes just doesn't agree with us. For me, and I see that Bart, and there's so many guys use Trionics. I went out and bought a couple of big jugs of it for me and one of my brothers here in Dallas, Dolphus Lee Dave. He has never had a problem with it. He still uses it to this day, loves it. I had a uh, reaction to it, broke out in hives, broke out in a rash that I could not get rid of. I went to two separate dermatologists with six different prescriptions. Months later, I finally got the rash to clear it, but my hands, even though, you know, my neck right here, my hair, my face, blood red at the surface and would not go away.
Hmm.
I wore gloves for a while because I was ashamed of how red and how bad my hands looked.
Yeah, see,
And
we
so
don't know until we do it what we're allergic to. We don't know.
turns out there's
And
something in Trionics that did not
yeah,
agree with my skin, what it was it soaked into my blood somehow or another, and that's why I couldn't get rid of it. It kept,
kept
it
coming.
just kept reoccurring, and it literally looked like I was about to bleed at times. My hands got so red, and it was worse on my hands. Again,
Really?
wear gloves. Always wear gloves, guys. I mean, I know you think, well, you're not getting it on you, but
Yeah,
even if you're allergic to it, all it takes is a small, area to cause
yeah,
problems. So,
yeah.
just word of
I
cautionary.
see. I see somebody said a 20 activator like that. A lot of I've seen her some Santas use a 40 or 50 activator,
Yeah.
and that just boom. It's too fast. It's too
What?
strong. At least for me, I have to use a 20, and then
Yeah.
I'm still nervous that something might happen. That it's too
Well,
much.
and that's exactly what that lift through means. That lift through means is the
Right.
amount of exposure time it takes to pull that color out of the empty straw. So with a 50, you've got to make sure, if you've got short hair, short beard, you can use a 50 because you can have it applied within 7 to 10 minutes and leave it on for another 5 minutes, and boom, you're in the shower getting it out. For someone with as much going on as I do, it takes about 45 minutes to do my roots and my beard. Let it set for about 10 to 15 minutes before I get in the shower and, go ahead and use it. Another thing that I'm going to talk about real quick is you got to watch out what shampoo you use to, because sometimes your shampoo doesn't like the process that you've used, the chemical that you've used to leach that color out of that straw, and they react together and can continue to burn you up to 2 to 3 days. So that's another problem that
Yeah,
folks run into. Anyway,
yeah. Just because you
that's a
shampoo
subject that we
doesn't
could,
mean it stopped. Right.
but that's a subject we could go on about
Oh
for
yeah, it's a
do a
crazy
do a
subject.
whole show on that, and we are going to do a whole segment in San Antonio, February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at North Pole Cornerstones. I hope everyone that's interested in that might go ahead and come on down and join us. AJ, quickly, yesterday was a very busy day, family day for us. I noticed late last night that you had called. I'll get back with you later, brother. I didn't mean to skip over your comment a while ago, but they were coming in so fast. Uh, Bart says, "Wow, Bob, this is a new one on me. I've never heard about anyone reacting to Tronics like that." I know. I have heard of one other person, and I don't remember who it was. But they had wrote me and told me they had the same type of reaction. So, like I said, it's a very isolated case. But test first. Test. Test whatever product you're going to use. If you switch products, test a small application somewhere. You could probably even do it on your arm. I mean, as far as that goes, if you got enough hair on your arm. But just be cautious. Again, 20 left. You can leave it on longer. Baby steps. Because as Randy mentioned last week or week before, you can go 5 minutes longer and literally burn your hair off. It'll start falling off in big wads. So be careful. Okay, Randy, let's we got that pretty much. I think we've got it all. Let's go ahead and move on to my question. And this is just a question that a lot of guys have had that I've seen come up time to time. Do you own a sleigh, two-seater or just one? When I say one like a cutter, just has the one seating area. Does it have a cargo place in the rear? You know, when you look at most all depictions of Santa himself, he has a cargo area where he carries his bag in the back. Uh, a lot of your two-seater sleighs have doorways cut out for front and back. Santa sleigh doesn't. It's more like a truck style, Model A style back end on it. How many times a year do you use it? How do you use it? Photos, decorate your front yard with it. Was it worth the investment? And do you own more than one or ever consider buying more than one? Now, I inherited one from Gordon when he passed. I found another one this week that I used in a photo shoot a couple of years ago. Lady had loaned it to the uh, real estate company that I do photo work with each year. She wrote me in and said she was wanting to get rid of it. She's got a warehouse full of stuff. I think she's going to start downsizing, but she was wanting to get rid of it. It and 9 reindeer. The reindeer are about 5.5 foot tall to the back of their back, and their heads stand about to the top of their antlers about 12, 13 feet. They're huge.
That's
They're made out of
big
that
reindeer.
white wicker material or white iron. I'm not sure which, but really, really, really nice set. And I wished I had the money. Number one, number two, I don't have anywhere to put them if I was to get them. Other sleighs in storage. And anyway,
Yeah,
just quick,
I've always wanted one. I just don't have any place to put it, and
yeah.
no, until now that I have a truck to even take it around any place. I would love to say offer it. You know, I bought a chair a few years ago, so I can offer that as an extra thing to have a nice big Santa chair. I think it would be a wonderful. It's got to be a gorgeous photo op thing to be able to say you have, or put it outside for a decoration. Yeah, that'd be I'd be fun to have one.
So Bart says he owns two Portland Cutter single seaters. He's having the second one stretched, like a stretch limo. It's going to be a stretched uh, sleigh for the Santa cargo bag cargo area, which is really cool. That's what I was getting around to. If you purchase one that way, or if you'd ever considered uh, closing in the back door portion or extending, I even saw where one guy put a rack on the back just for the bag to sit on for photo
Yeah.
ops. It was like a wire rack that had legs that went down to the back to give it support.
So
Really cool. It's part of our traveling mall display and two full size reindeer and also the throne. He says it all fits on the 19-foot trailer that they have. They upsell it as a premium all season long. Very good, Bart. That's the best way to do it, brother, right there. That way you've got it all covered.
beautiful photo.
Anybody
I
else
mean,
have any comments on that?
beautiful photo op. I know Mel had a beautiful one there for a while. She had a great one. She restored it with her and John restored it. It was just a great looking thing, great looking sleigh. So I just running in and out of them. I'm sure it's not very graceful. If I would imagine you get in, do the photos, have people either they get in and out or you stand and they get in. I kind of curious what would be the easiest way because to me you can't be real graceful getting in and out of them that much.
They're not. Larry Jefferson has a number of them or had a number of them. And my very first class that I did, he was a presenter at my class. And me and Spangle went across town in afternoon traffic and picked up one that he loaned to us. We put it out at the Holiday Inn Express under the covered check-in area and did our group photo out there around it and individual photos. And a lot of us decided just to stand next to it. Some
That's,
wanted to climb in and get their pictures in it. And then when we did our Edmond class a couple of years back in Edmond, Oklahoma, we had a reindeer farm come and bring a performing reindeer and a baby reindeer and their sleigh. And they are awkward to get up in. Some of them have a little step that you can step on, but still, it's hard to get from
it's
that step
big.
inside and sit down and make it look graceful. So very much so. And Randy, you posed another problem that most guys have with owning a sleigh is how do you get it to the event?
Yeah.
Some guys build a little trailer for them, little tilt bed like a little boat trailer, or some guys put casters on them and have them pulled in sleigh in parades as a sleigh, moving sleigh. There's so many different things that you can do with them, but I know a lot of guys are always looking for one, and
Yeah, they're you see a lot on Facebook for sale. You really do. There's a lot of them, and
yeah,
they're just gorgeous. They really are. It's like, oh, I want one. But
Think guys
yeah,
want them, they get them, they use them for a season or two, and then they kind of lose interest in them, and they get rid of them, pass them on, so someone else can get that enjoyment out of them for a while. And again, it's more of preparing for an event. When you get there, if you have to set up backdrops and chairs and sleighs, you're wore
mhm,
out before the event starts. And now, if you're lucky enough to have elves that will help you, someone that will come in the day before and set all that up and put a sign that Spangle always has, Santa appearing here from 2 to 4, October 10th, Saturday, October 10th, or whatever it would be. And that would be a cool way to self promote yourself ahead of time at an event.
yeah. If you could leave it, drop it off early, and leave it for a few days or weeks or whatever, would be well worth the money and the look. But if you're going in and out with it, I'm no good at backing up trailers and stuff like that. So it would be yeah. But they're just man, they just it's something about that. It's like that just to me screams Christmas and Santa. Seeing a sleigh, it really does.
It, it does make great photo ops for sure. Tom McGraw, hello, brother. Good to see you on today. He wanted to say hi to everyone. Okay, Randy, I think it's time. Let's go ahead and close this segment out. Let's go ahead and move on to santascloset.org.
Hey everyone, Elf Angela Mack here for Bob, Randyl, and Company Live. The show about nothing. Bob, Randyl, and Company Live is brought to you by Santa's Closet. Santa's Closet has been delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since 2004. Santa's Closet's main goal is to provide both a superior customer experience with tremendous value for their customers. Santa's Closet brings more than 400 separate products to the Claus community at a reasonable price. Santa's Closet is under new ownership. Let's welcome Santa Wade and Scarlett Kaufman of Tennessee, whom will continue the tradition of bringing you products of unparalleled quality and design. Don't forget to visit their sites at santascloset.org and support their efforts of bringing quality products to the community. This is Angela Mack reminding you to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to Bob, Randyl, and Company Live and today's Monday Santa's Closet Trivia.
I want to say hi to Derek Dugan. Hello, Derek. How are you, brother? How's everything going over in Georgia today? Real quick, Bart, follow up to the segment. Bart says he can set all his stuff up to reindeer sleigh, backdrop, toy soldier station, all in about an hour or so.
Wow,
Not too bad.
that's great. That's great.
Debbie and Randy Neely just joined us. Hi, Deb and Randy. Good to see you guys. All right, Randy. Hey, let's throw this question out there. And I've kind of started feeling a little sympathetic about how hard I've been making the questions. So I kind of eased up this week for today's show and tomorrow's show. So give them this little simple, easy question I got
Oh
here for them.
man, Bob tossed you a little softball, everybody. It's an easy one, but it's a cool one. It's a fun one, everybody. Here we go. When was the last two? These are years we need you to answer. The last two times we had a full moon on Christmas Day. And what year is the next rare event supposed to happen? We don't know. It's in the future, so that's when it's supposed to happen. So I need 2 years of the last 2 years that a full moon has happened on Christmas Day, and what year is it set to the next time it's set to do in the future on Christmas Day? And full moon. It is an amazing sight to look up there and see that thing. It really is. It's a beautiful sight. But remember, this is on Christmas Day only. When was the last 2 years? We need 2 years there. The last two times that it happened on Christmas Day, and the next closest future year that it's supposed to happen. Because we're not there yet.
Not there yet. That's correct. That is correct. And I always learn so much when I go start researching for these trivia questions, and it takes a little bit of research and reading to take, make sure that you've got the right answer and you check more than one source. And I've even started listing my sources here this season on Mondays and Tuesdays to be able to go back and reference if I need to. But I was amazed at how complex full moons can be. There's different colors, different types, different names, different monthly, seasonal. I mean, it's more complex than you think when you really get to digging into it. So, but this one was fairly simple, straightforward, easy question, all answers come up in one search. So,
Wow,
yeah, it
but
looks
it's
like
so
we're going to
cool. I
get some
mean,
good
it's just
answers
fun to
today.
have these this little trivia. I mean, it's just fun. It's besides,
Not
you get your name in a hat. I mean, that's a pretty neat thing.
well, and exactly this trivia today. Not only do you get your gift package from Wade and Scarlett Kaufman at santascloset.org, but your name also goes into the hat for the drawing. Our last show, our last Tuesday night show, November 7th, we'll be doing a drawing for a $450 scholarship. One lucky person name that goes in Mondays and Tuesday shows in the entry will be picked as the winner. And of course, November 7th is only 5 weeks away, I think. I think we've only got about 5 shows left, Randy. It's getting
It's
close.
really hard to believe. It's really hard to believe, but that's yeah. Most Santas start. I mean, they're of course they're doing photos now, but like full season start in like a month. Uh,
Yeah.
month from Saturday is basically when I start my full season. So
This this week's going to be action packed for me. Got lots of stuff going on. Like I said, going to work on the video presentation and for the cornerstones, hair processing and hair care. Going to have to go take my drug screen test for Cherry Hill for the mall tomorrow. Uh, got other things going on. I got a birthday coming up, family time Thursday. Uh, got to eat meat for the Texas State Santas on Saturday. So it's going to be a busy week for me. So
wow, it is. It's sometimes it feels like feast or famine. Sometimes, at least for me, like same thing. It's the next this week starts the end of this week till rest of October. It's just crazy. I've got a bunch of festivals and even traveling, doing shows out of state, even for a few days. So it's going to be. But that's the wizard. It works out perfect to do the wizard like this. So I sell the wizard in October.
cool. It's very
Same
cool.
magic show, but just a little different look.
Next week's full. Also got stuff I need to take care of at the DMV and our tax title license, and got to start getting my Christmas lights on the roof. I start to work not this coming weekend, but the weekend after for a photographer. So hey, the season is here. It is exciting. It's time to go.
I bought a new Christmas tree yesterday, actually. An everlasting, I will say, not a real one, but a new everlasting. So it'll fit a little bit different in the new house. So
That's
yeah, getting
exciting
ready for
too.
Christmas.
Rex says, "Don't forget to study for that drug test." Yeah, exactly, Rex. Gotta study up on that one.
Bob's finally going to
Okay,
be
so
21. He'll be legal this time at his next birthday. You'll be 21, right, Bob?
yeah, exactly. All right, so let's do our exit video. We'll be back on the other side. All right, today on Elf and Chatterbox News, we're going to just run over a couple of quick things here. We've got the February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th North Pole Cornerstones event for San Antonio, Texas, Marriott Northwest. Our website at npcornerstones.com has been updated, getting regular updates there now. Our Facebook group under North Pole Cornerstones is getting updated as the days go on. Uh, Deanna's doing a wonderful job of keeping all that coming at you. If you have not received newsletters or updated information on everything from curriculum to the Saturday night out on the Riverwalk, all the things that we're doing, go over and join. Check out npcornerstones.com. All that information is up there being updated, like I said, regularly. We'd love to have you. It's two Christmas schools collaborating to form North Pole Cornerstone, not combining two schools, just coming together to do a yearly event. That's Santa Nana's Holiday University and Sat Bob Sound of Business Being Santa. All right, Randy, over to you for the Master Claus Academy.
Wow. Yes, man. Okay, that's February, of course. And then March, we have the Master Claus Academy with Lee Andrews and Jeff McMullen. That's coming to Columbus, Ohio, March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th in Columbus, Ohio. What a great time. And of course, we here at Bob Randyl and Company are giving a scholarship for that also. I have 5 applicants. That is it, guys. 5 people that got it. 1 out of 5 is going to get their paid tuition to the Master Claus Academy in Columbus, Ohio. You can get a hold of Ben Bellhorn or Ohio State Santas, and he can give you more information about the hotel and things like that. But I've been posting again to send that essay in. Like I said, there's only 5 people, so so far as 1 out of 5. Somebody's going to win that scholarship to go to the master class. Again, Lee Andrews and Jeff McMullen. Wow, 2 incredible performers. So do not miss that at all. I would love to come to North Pole, but might be a little surgery in January, so my travel time can't really travel in January, and probably February I'll be kind of put on the. So I would love to go, but I kind of told it can't do it.
Yeah, understand.
But you guys don't miss it.
Got to take care of what you got to take care of. Went to the eye doctor this week, looking at maybe having to do a little bit of eye work myself come mid February. Wanted me to go this month, but there's no way between now and the first week in February. I'm out of pocket. I can't do it. I'll have to do it after that. Anyway, we want to mention though that the Magical Scholarship for the Master Claus Academy is brought to you by Randall Lee Checker, Magical Productions, and of course, he's included the Bob Randall and Company Live preview show on that. We appreciate that very much. Now, with that said, I did not mention NP Cornerstones has added a second. Now, this is kind of complicated, but TNL Productions is the one that we've been talking about for weeks, the scholarship. That's TNL Productions, which is the Monday and Tuesday show combined. Then, as North Pole Cornerstones, the 6 of us that are involved in that endeavor have added a North Pole Cornerstone Scholarship that was just announced this week. It's out on the website. It's over on the Facebook page. Go over and check it out. So far, we got 3 entries. Just like Randy said, they had 5 for his. We got 3 so far. And it's going to be a by committee, randomly chosen. If you want to go, try to get in for the NP Cornerstones scholarship, go over there and submit. It tells you everything you need to know on the website. That brings us to School of Santas 2024, Branson, Missouri, July 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. Got a report from Spangle this week. Got 108 people registered. Now, that's the most he's ever had. That was this year, his first session. He talked to the hotel. He's talked to Tanya Lay at Branson Ticket and Travel. And he's going to try to figure out how to push that to 125. So there are a few seats left. If you want in on those remaining seats, you need to act now because they are going fast. 108. He's never sold out this quick. So, but he's going to try to get it pushed to a little bit more number, crowd a few more people in. And so, again, Jeff McMullen is the keynote instructor for that one, Pringle University. So, hey, reach out, get your tickets there. If you can't get tickets there, if you live in the Northeast or the North, Ohio, the Master Claus Academy. If you're living in the South or anywhere, it doesn't matter. You can go to any of these, all 3 of them. But if travel is a problem and it's closer for you, then think about us in San Antonio in February. All right, let's move on to our upcoming guests and shows, Randy. Now, I got to talk to Santa Kenny Blair yesterday on the phone. Just been communicating through emails and that sort of thing. But. He says he's dropped the baseball coach portion. He's doing track now, so he's a football coach and a track coach. Just wanted to clear that up for everyone for the public schools there. What a quality person. Oh my gosh, I was so impressed with my conversation. We did a three-way, Scott Saracen, me, and him, because he's up in California, up in Oklahoma, and him and Scott have been friends for a while. That's how I met him. Uh, Jumped ahead there, though. We want to mention that Gina Bacon, Nationwide Santa's placement agency for top box stores and more across the country, is our guest tomorrow night. So join us tomorrow night, Tuesday Night Live, October 3rd, for Gina Bacon. The following week is Kenny Blair, Santa Kenny Blair. He is a Santa of color, and he he has designed all his own costuming himself and has a personalized seamstress exclusive to him. She will not do work outside of what he and her have put together, but he has got some gorgeous, gorgeous suits. Just really, really, really nice. And the week after that, this is a fun one here.
It's a fun one, guys. Like I've been saying every week, guys, it's exciting. The real Santa's going to be here. So get your questions. Remember when you were a child, always what you wanted to know from Santa. He's going to be here. Now it's not going to be Bob, or it's not going to be Scott. It's not going to be even Hall of Famer Rex Ray. It's the real Santa. That's right. So don't forget, guys. It's going to be who. It's been so hard to get a hold of him. Bob worked a long time on getting the real Santa here. So it's going to be, don't miss it, guys, on the 17th. It'll be a cool event. You'll just, man, it'll bring back so much fun memories from a child. Can't wait.
Exactly. Now, the week after that, we got the round table. This will be our third annual round table. If you have any questions that you would like to submit to ask the panel, send them to me. Send them to me or Angela one. Send them to Randall. Send them to anybody within the TNL family. They'll get them to me. But roundtable, gonna be fun as always. It's always a very a cool segment. We're also going to have the meet the panelists, instructors in San Antonio. We do it at Branson each year, and it's always one of the top segments that is done because it allows everyone to open up and ask all those questions. All right, Randy.
Then, of course, we're doing a little different on Halloween. Of course, we're not going to be a Tuesday Night Live. Will not be going on the 31st because we want the little ones to be out trick-or-treating. So we're going to do our Halloween special on October 30th, right here. It's still at 7 o'clock, just like Tuesday Night Live is, but it'll be Monday, November 30th. Dress up, get your ghoulish costume on, or whatever you're going to do, but have fun. It's been a riot the last couple of years, getting all dressed up and connecting with everybody. It's Halloween time, everybody. Remember, no Santa, no Santa.
And again, here, guys, if you are going to come on as a contestant, and there'll be some really cool door prizes and things that'll be given away, as we always do. But if you're coming on as a contestant, you need to go ahead and submit your name and kind of give us an idea of what your character will be. We've only got 4 weeks, 5 weeks to take care of this. So now's the time to start planning what you're going to be for the Halloween costume special. This is our third annual. As Randy says, it'll be on Monday, but at 7 p.m. We're blending Monday and Tuesday together for one show, and it's going to be fun. Randy will be here. Everybody will be here. Going to be a hoot as always. And
4 weeks from tonight. 4 weeks from tonight. That is it. So, guys, get your picture in, get the information into us to let us know, because it's always been great. The Halloween party has been a lot of fun. We've had some great costumes. Man.
How we finish off the season for us, Randy?
Wow. Then, of course, November 7th, guys. Can you believe that's the end of the season for this year for Bob Randyl and Tuesday night? Well, Bob Randyl and Company really kind of ends on the 30th, but on the 7th for Tuesday Night Live is the send-off Christmas show, and ending all 120 episodes so far in 3 seasons. Think about that, 120 episodes in 3 seasons. Man, that is a lot of stuff that is given to you guys all for free. That's right. It's all Tuesday night. You guys know it's always free, guys. So don't miss it again. That night will be, of course, you've got the round table will be free. It's all free on YouTube, on Facebook. So it is something. I mean, what Bob and Angela, they all started, and everybody that started to begin with, Ron, everybody else, and Barry, and everyone that started Tuesday Night Live, was just a phenomenal thing for this community. I hope you guys really sit back and think and thank them for what the vision to put this together and the amount of time that it takes for Bob and everybody to put this together. I just thank you, Bob, so much for this. And again, I make a joke about it being free, but it is, folks. It's free because you want to give back to the community and everything else. And there's so many great people that join us here that give their great advice and their knowledge also, and just fantastic. But don't miss it.
When we talk about 120 episodes in 3 seasons, that's just the Tuesday Night Live show. When you stop and think about the Monday show, we've done almost as many segments, if not pretty close to it, since the Monday show started 3 seasons ago. And, I go back on the Tuesday Night Live Facebook page and go to the top of the page where I've got the seasons, episodes, guests all listed up there. And I just sit there and shake my head and think, I can't believe that we've done all these shows. I can't believe that the phenomenal guests that we've had on. Some repeat guests, like Gina. She's kind of a regular. Rex has been on. We have our regulars, but we also bring in a lot of folks that no one's seen before. And Kenny Blair's kind of one of those. He's well kept secret in the Santa community. You're going to be blown away by him. But anyway,
we
it's a
know
lot
we
of
can learn
episodes, a
something.
lot of great information.
We can learn something every time. Every time we listen to Gina, every time we listen to Mitch, every time we listen to Rex, you're going to learn something. Even if they're on 2, 3, 4 times, you're going to learn something because somebody else on that's typing in also has something else to say. So it's just because they've been on a few times doesn't matter. There's always something besides. It's just great entertainment, just having fun and connecting with your fellow brothers and sisters in red. I mean, that's
for sure.
That's priceless to me. That's priceless.
Talking about the Halloween costume special that we'll have, Parker's on. We'll say hi to Parker. He, has been working at a professional haunt for the last year and started this year already, and he goes through a extensive makeup process to get into character. That where they get him ready to go to work. He's going to wear that to the show, so it's going to be a special treat to get to see Bob the caretaker. He's coming on as a special treat, so that's something else we look forward to for the Halloween show. All right, Randy, let's go ahead and move on, and I'm going to let you do the trivia answer this week.
All righty, the answer this week. Well, I got to ask Angela, do we have a winner?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Okay, good. I got to ask that because I know we sometimes get in trouble. We say it too quickly, but let me go with the question one more time. When was the last 2 times, this is 2 years, we had a full moon on Christmas Day, and what year will be the supposed next time it happens? So the last 2 years that we have had a full moon on Christmas Day is 1977. That was the year I got married. That was 77. And then 2015, not many years ago. And the next one supposedly is supposed to happen because it isn't here yet, 2034. Wow, but that's not that far. That's only 10 years away. But that's crazy. 10 years away, 2034. We'll be there to see it. Again, the first 2 answers were 1977, 2015, and the next one is 2023. And Angela, of course, said we've got a winner, and the winner is
Rick Maynard.
Rick Maynard.
Congratulations, Rick. Congratulations.
Up in your neck of the woods.
Wow, fantastic. Good. Wow. I want to take 1 second before we move on to the magical moments. I saw Kimmy there. I hope she's doing good. Kimmy had knee replacement surgery last week, so let's all give Kimmy a little extra prayer tonight that she's healing up quickly. We love our Kimmy. That she had knee replacement, so she'll be dancing around like Mrs. Claus like crazy real soon. So.
It's pretty cool. It's a process, but boy, everyone I know that's been through it, and you get to the other side of it, they are so much better off.
It's
a little bit of pain you have to endure.
That's a rough one. It's the pain in between, but that's going to go away, and it changes your life. I know when I had hip replacement surgery, it's like, oh, man, it's
for sure.
It's totally different. It's totally different. But that's fantastic.
All right, so Rick, your name goes in the hat for the North Pole TNL portion of the 2 different scholarships, the TNL scholarship. Also, I'll get your name over to Wade and Scarlett and get you a care package on the way. I'm pretty sure I still got your address. If not, I'll reach out to you. All right, Randy, are you ready to magical moment?
Let's do it.
Let's
Let's
do it.
disappear for a second. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome again to Magical Moments. Thank you again so much for letting me have this time again together with you. And it's going to talk about some things that we've gone to go over, but remember, it's less than a month away for most of us Santas to get out there and to put out that smile and to bring laughter and joy and love to our children. So speaking of children like that, and remember children, this is something, let me start over. About why I thought about this today. I kind of changed. That's why I'm little different. I changed my idea what I was going to talk about today because I did a performance last night. I was doing magic, tableside magic and balloons at a place where I've done for quite a while. And I was kind of running out of little routines for the families. And I got a little prop out, a coloring book. And I think a lot of you people know, you've seen the coloring book. Of course, we have the night before Christmas and all that. It changes blank and you color it and everything else. Well, in magic, is a coloring book does the same thing. It colors the pages. And I don't really do it that much. And I got it out last night until I got this huge reaction from the children. I'm thinking like, why? Then it dawned on me when I got home, we have to remember that there's the children that are younger don't always see this stuff. I might have seen it for 50 years and it doesn't impress me, or somebody that's 8, 9, but those children that come up, it's something brand new to them. It's brand new. So it doesn't always have to be something crazy and new and everything else. So a younger child, it's brand new to them. So you can make them believe, as the hat says, real easy with something very basic. And I've shown this before, but I love to show this as my watch. Of course, a lot of children, you think, oh, they've seen a watch before. A watch is a watch. But to some children, that is such a magical thing. Oh, you tell them this is the time where you're at, and this is North Pole time, and this is how much magic I have left. And so you take something as basic as a watch, and you make it special and magical, especially for the young children. They've never seen a crazy watch like this before. It's, I think, eBay for $18.95 or something, but they haven't seen it. Of course, I put the tape on it to make the strap look a little bit different, but that becomes magical to them, a young child. So they've never seen anything like this before. I have another one here, actually, same basic concept. It's just not as big. But we have to remember that the younger generation are coming along, and I popped into my head again yesterday when I did that coloring book. It's even reading a book. I thought about reading a book. Remember, when we read a book, that book to some child, they never heard The Night Before Christmas, or this one was way up north in a land of ice. Oh, it's a land, and you can make it very entertaining and something very new for that young child that's 3, 4, 5, 2 years old. This story they might never heard, nor they have heard you as Santa or Mrs. Claus make it magical. And so we have to remember that we're not just doing the same routine all over again. We're making it another memory for a younger generation. So that's what we have to keep on doing. And man, I just kind of let that go until I did it last night. And then I thought, wow, what an easy thing to do. We can do the same thing and we can be proficient at it and entertaining and everything else. We always do our smile. We always have our little twinkle in our eyes. Of course, we'll always do that in our, our wonderful ho-ho-hos. We'll always do that. And of course, Mrs. Claus will be sweet and caring and very wonderful, full of questions, and of course help us out so great. But remember the basics for the children, because that is new to the younger ones, and that is a magical time for them, and they'll remember it. And we're making memories. And like I say every week, we want to sell you, or you want to sell yourself, not every other Santa. So do something special out of kind of nothing. Your keys, a key, the old Santa key. A lot of children haven't even seen a Santa key. They haven't, or they the big ring. They haven't seen those things. So you can embellish that to the younger child and make that as their memory and they want to see it again. So just because you think, oh, I've got a key, I've used it 1,000 times, or it's just a watch, or it's a regular old book, it's new. It's totally new to the next generation of children. And then we can make it special. Mrs. Claus and Santa, we can make it special. We can make it entertaining. We can make it memorable. And that's something we've got to do. We've got to put that first. And that's in a couple of weeks. Can you believe that, guys? 83 days and Christmas is over. But in 4 weeks, and probably less for some Santas out there, we'll be seeing children's, the smiles, the parents. And even that, I love when parents get that smile because they take a second away and they look back and go, oh man, they forgot about the bills. They forgot about grouching with their husbands or wives or whoever it is. And they thought about when they were a child. And if we can do that, we know the innocence of a child is easier to sometimes make a smile. But man, when you take an adult or a parent that lets them go back to their childhood, wow, it's so rewarding. Guys, thank you so much. And this is so rewarding too. I just can't thank you enough or to be any more honored to be able to talk to you guys all the time. What you've done for me and my family and making it through all this. God love you all. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Great segment, Randy. Fantastic, man. I know 83 days you said, and it'll be over. It's just kind of hard to believe that we wait all year to perform for 6 to 7 weeks and boom, it's gone. We have to wait a whole nother year, you know?
Yeah.
Very,
So
very,
fast.
very different. Yep. All right. Well, I guess it's time to let's go ahead and do the preview into the sneak peek Santa's Toy Catalog 2023. All right. To start off our sneak peek segment this week, we want to give a special thank you to Aria for filling in for her little sister Annabelle on last week's report. Great job, and we will get another chance as the girls will be bringing us future reviews in weeks to come. Before we get going, though, we want to welcome back Annabelle and tell her how fabulous she is doing with the toy catalog review segment. Everyone say hi to Annabelle.
Hello guys, how's it going?
It's hi. It's going great. It's such a great job you've done every week. It is amazing what you've done for us, Annabelle.
Thank you,
for
Randyl.
helping us.
I really love just helping people and my interest in journalism is my passion, but toys is what we do here at the North Pole.
Hi, Annabelle. Bob here. You know, we missed you last week, but your big sis did a wonderful job. My question is how's the toy production going at the North Pole?
Bob, as usual, Santa is running a tight ship with 3 shifts and all the production running 24 hours a day. As of now, we are right on schedule.
Hi, Annabelle. Please tell Santa and Mrs. Claus we all say hi, and we send our love as well as to Phineas, Mary Bell, and the rest of your
Bob, I
family.
surely will, and Randy, you are such an inspiring performer, and I just love your work.
Oh, thank you, Annabelle. That's really kind words you said. I'm really grateful for everything and all your support. Really, thank you. Thank you, Annabelle. You're adorable. Thank you.
Okay, Annie, if you're ready, let's get the segment started.
I'm ready. Thank you guys again, and here we go for week 6 of a look at 2 of the top toys chosen to be a big hit with little ones this season. First, we have a toy rated for 3-year-old and a weight limit of 75 pounds. Your little construction worker will get the job done on the Kettler Cat Digger Ride-On toy that has a large digging shovel for plenty of productive and hard play. It's made of high-impact resin, and this ride-on toy rotates 360 degrees and sits on 4 rolling wheels to move forward and backward. The Kettler Kids Cat Digger has to be one of the hidden gems we found online, and how could you pass this fun toy up for the construction and building toy lover? Notably, your little one can dig in the dirt, sand at the beach, or even snow during those play days outside in winter. With the excavator's large digging shovel and dual-action levers, you can even pick up small toys while playing inside and dumping them back into the toy box. Rest assured, this gift will be a hit. Now it is time to preview toy number 2 for this week. No, you read the title of this gift slide correctly. We're showcasing the hottest toys for 2023, but the 90s popular Nintendo 64 console is making a comeback. We expect the Y2K nostalgia trend to continue, as we find that the majority of Gen Z and millennials say they feel nostalgic for media from their past. Toy purchases this year will likely go beyond the traditional kid market into young adults looking to reconnect with their youth. Though this device is renewed, it's one we encourage you to get your hands on for Christmas. After all, it is a favorite to play on a rainy day. Pre-owned certified products are inspected, cleaned, tested, and refurbished to excellent functional standards according to Amazon Renewed standards. Visit the Amazon Renewed store for expertly refurbished products at great prices and backed by the Amazon Renewed guarantee. Average price found around $125 on Amazon from various suppliers. The Nintendo 64 console can also be found at Retro V Games, the retro video game store. They have renewed consoles, controllers, and a wide variety and vast collection of old-school video retro games. Founded on the premise of giving our clients access to a wide variety of video games and consoles with consistent quality, consumer-friendly policies, and great service at affordable prices. Annabelle wishing everyone a fun but safe week, as I know from chatting with Bob and Randyl that it is almost showtime for many as they will suit up and start their season of joy. I will see everyone next week, but until then, happy closing. Now back over to you guys in the studio.
Okay, thank you, Annabelle. But hey, before you go, can you tell us when you will be doing the segment with your sister? I know we're all looking forward to that one.
Santa Bob, we are planning on doing the dual report in 2 weeks, and it's going to be fun doing it for you guys with Aria. We are looking for some really special cool toys for that one. Back to you.
Fantastic. Great job as always. Fun, fun, fun. She brought up that Nintendo 64, and I've had folks ask for those last couple of years, so it's something that's kind of been making a comeback. Remember, the Nintendo Switch was the little handheld version, and it's still very popular. But I think the comeback of the 64 console is more of your preteen, teens, and even a lot of adults. I had folks say, "Hey, I wish I could have some of them old games I had back in the day." Well, now you can because we're renewing, refurbishing them.
Man, that's neat. That controller was I didn't do a whole lot of games, but that was one of my favorite. The way it was all the styling of it, it held my hands better, or fit my hands better. Let's put it that way. So that's cool. What the good old nostalgia works out. That's great. Wow. Those ladies are incredible. Annabelle
Yeah,
and
so looking forward to them two coming on together and doing a segment here, as she said. So that's going to be fantastic. The Retro V Games was the other place besides Amazon that you can pick up those Nintendos, and doing some research over there after she had mentioned this to me, Annabelle, that they have controllers and all the games still that they've refurbished and redone. And so, I mean, if there's anything you're looking for, they've got it, as well as Amazon. But two places you can find those, just in case someone in your family, you've got someone who's looking, or you have that child that asks. You kind of want to sound like you know what you're talking about. You don't want to tell them that. You want to let them know that Santa and the toy shop made those products, but now they're available through one of our suppliers, because that's something that you kind of got to build into your backstory. Children see toys at the store, so they know that there's toys out there. So always be thinking ahead and remember that, hey, they're just suppliers for the products that the elves and Santa and Mrs. Claus make at the North Pole. All right, Randy, we got any questions out there from anybody that watched the show today? Anything anybody wants to make a comment on? We'd love to take them at this point if you've got them.
I think we
And
got
just want
quite a
to
bit of get a hold of Joe here in the next day or two. We'll get a hold of you, Joe, in the next day or two. All righty, Joe, little Joe there. We'll get a hold and chit chat. And I think we had any other. I don't think we had anything else. Nice
Rex says,
comment.
"Man, I feel old. The first console I bought for my kids was an Atari and Pong." That Pong. I can't
Pong.
believe how amused we were at that so basic, simple, slow moving game. I mean, it's
Man.
like watching paint dry or grass grow, you know? I
Oh, we
mean,
still let it fall through that little slot there
it's,
sometimes. It was terrible. It was
it really
terrible.
was, really was. All right, so I want to mention that our first TNL show, that's the first Tuesday Night Live production, TNL show of 2024, will be live from San Antonio, North Pole Cornerstone Special, Friday, February 2nd, 2024. Now, we're going to try to do that at 7 p.m. I haven't actually nailed down because until we get our curriculum for the Friday afternoon completely nailed into a timeline, I'm not real sure, but we will be on sometimes Friday, February 2nd, 2024, from San Antonio, Marriott Northwest, with North Pole Cornerstones. Again, if you want to on the newsletter, go over and subscribe for the newsletter. There's a place you can check. It's on mpcornerstones.com, and check out all the new information that's coming up there daily as we update and get closer and closer. For all of us that perform during the season, we're going to have to take November, December away. So January is going to be action packed, trying to get ready, travel down, and get the school put together and get it ready to go. So very excited about that.
Take a little bit of that holiday money and set it aside for one of these schools because nothing's
Yes.
more fun than everything you're going to learn in school. It's not just that. Like I said, the fellowship and the learning afterwards is to me is the most priceless thing you'll ever have. And we can learn a lot in all the classes. We learn a lot all day long, but just connecting with everybody and then just your friends and of course brothers and sisters forever that way. But just put a little of that money away. I know we can't make it to them all, but just it's a good thing to do.
But there are several good opportunities there, depending on
Very
what
good.
your budget is and depending on how far you want to travel or how much you got, uh, as far as the different curriculums or the different presenters. There's just lots of options out there for 2024. So get ready, get out, enjoy your time with others. Be blessed and thankful for our brothers and sisters in red here in our community, the greatest community in the cosmos. By far, nothing else compares to the Claus community. Love you all. Thank you so much for joining us today. Come join us tomorrow night, Gina Bacon, on the Tuesday Night Live show. She's got some new stuff to share with us there. Always enjoy having Gina. She's always one of our favorite guests. Thanks, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow night and right back here next Monday. Randy, thank you so much, brother.
Thank you guys. Toodles. Thanks, Angela. Bye, Bob. See you later, guys. TGI.